This is Dave's RV life. And what's wrong with Dave right now? Broke down in Florida. And what's wrong? Transmission. Poor Dave. You know, man, he's had quite a year. At least the last couple months, it's been very exciting. He started out in, he spent most of the summer in Pennsylvania, which is where he's from. And then he got in Betty the Bounder, and he drove all the way across country with his lovely dog, Bella. And they went all the way to Arizona, and then they hung out with the tribe, Pandemonium, Destination Open Road, Randy, etc., etc., etc. Then he does that mission for Aja Pandemonium to get her old vehicle, rents a fancy car and drives all the way up to Seattle area and gets the old Panda RV and has a wonderful series of videos driving it all the way back down to Williams, Arizona, where the tribe is, up near Flagstaff. And the vehicle almost doesn't make it. I mean, he's literally pulling it up the gravel driveway there, and it just kind of conks out at the last minute. But he nurses it. It nursed it the whole way down. So then he goes and what's he doing? He goes down to Quartzsite to hang around with some folks. Goes over to California to Death Valley and stuff, and then eventually he decides to head back east, and then goes all the way back, I guess, through Tucson, and ends up in Florida, Georgia area around Jacksonville, and everything's cool. He's thinking about maybe going north, back up to Pennsylvania, because he does want to do a car restoration channel, work on that, but he decides, nah, it's cold up there, it's still warm down there in the Jacksonville area, so he decides to just kind of camp there with his dog. And then yesterday, at least in yesterday's video, he's driving around Jacksonville, and uh-oh, something big is wrong. The transmission starts to really kind of slip, and he's kind of trying to can't even get up to speed in the vehicle. When he stops, it doesn't want to keep going. He's hoping it's just maybe low transmission fluid, that he's got a leak, and that would fix it. Sometimes the transmission fluid just leaks out, the transmission will do weird things, you refill it, and it's good again. But so he takes off the little engine cover there inside the vehicle, and he finds out that transmission fluid's actually pretty good level. So that means that something seriously is wrong with the transmission. Now he has to call and figure out a way to get his vehicle worked on, and he does find a shop that'll work on it for, transmissions do cost money, but it's not a horribly high price, a couple $1,000. But then he has to figure out a way to get his vehicle towed there, and he calls up his insurance to arrange for the towing, and of course, there was some mix-up in his automatic payment for the month of December, and his insurance has lapsed. Wow! So he's on the phone with the insurance company over that. And then he has to, anyway, I'm not going to mention the name of the insurance company. Nationwide is on your side. But he's really upset about, how, they sent him a paper letter telling him that his payment didn't go through for some reason. And of course the paper letter went up to his place in Pennsylvania, and he didn't get it on the road. So he had no notification that his insurance had a problem with it. He easily paid it. So anyway, so he has to call a tow truck, and it's very expensive to tow a big RV like his. It's not like towing a car. You got to send a big wrecker out. So that's where Dave is. He's kind of stuck. Now he's probably going to have to get a hotel room there in the Jacksonville area, deal with his transmission, deal with the towing. Now what? Happy New Year, Dave. Happy New Year. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, at least, some YouTuber nomads are having a little better year than Dave is. Roamtown Girl just got a new to her RV, and it's a nice one. It's got a bunch of slides, and it's bigger than her last one. And oh yeah, those slides are just so wonderful. When you park, you can pull them out, and it makes your RV look so much bigger, inside and all that. And all that hydraulic system and all that. Anyway, there it is over there, and it's it's like it's yeah, whatever they call that. You know, Class A, Class C, Class B, Class D, Class E. It's a Class G, I think. I don't know, you know. But anyway, it looks very nice, and she's very, very happy, and she gives us a nice tour of it. It's a Thor Wins 430D 2019. So even though it is new to her, it's got a bunkhouse in it and everything. So yeah, it's a pretty new vehicle. You know, it's only year and a half old or something like that. But it looks really nice, and she gives us a nice little tour of it. And so check it out. Somebody and look at her, just utterly surprised. Woo! Look at how much room it's got. It's wonderful. It's got a shower. It's really nice. So check it out. Roamtown Girl. Okay, there. I was looking for a good shot of it. There, we got a good shot of it. So that is, that's not a Class A, right? It's because it's got like a van thing. It's a Class C, right? I don't know. I can't keep it straight. Anyway, congratulations to Roamtown Girl. All right, now I know this is big news. We got a lot of big news today. Big news today. Big news today. What is big news today? Tuesday, the 12th of January, 2021. Blue Van Dan is now back to cooking, heating up those sticky buns. It looks like sticky buns there in his reconditioned solar cooker. If you were on the camodave channel a week or two ago, you noticed that this whole gizmo right here that does the cooking, the little glass tubey thing on his other one imploded, it imploded, sending glass shards all over the place. And but now it's back, and he got it all replaced. And what's that going in? I don't know, what is that anyway? It looks like more buns. That's what they do at Quartzsite. They sit in their lawn chairs in the dusty wind, and they eat gloppy buns. Although those are, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Gloppy buns. Hey, you want some? Hey, I can't do blue. Howdy, neighbors. They look pretty good. They don't look too gloppy, you know. They probably, hey, howdy, neighbors. You want some hot buns from my solar cooker? Clearsky the Creeper. He's feeding the squirrels there in a Portland park, and one comes up and nips him on the end of his finger. Who's getting the rabies shot in? Who's getting the rabies shot in 2021? Didn't look like a rabid squirrel, just looked like a scared squirrel. But you might want to get a tetanus booster. You know, they always say, if you haven't had a tetanus shot in a while, if you get bitten by a dog or a cat bites you, they have bacteria on their teeth and stuff. It's not a bad idea to make sure at least your tetanus booster is kept up to date. But I don't know. I don't think he needs a rabies shot. That did not look like a rabid squirrel. It was just a hungry squirrel that was a little bit scared. And when he put out his nuts, it kind of nipped his finger. So he's probably okay. Wash. You know what? Make sure it's not a deep cut, Clearsky, and wash it really well. Okay, you should have scrubbed it, gone to wherever you can, and give it a good scrub that little bite out. It didn't look like a deep bite, but you're probably okay. I think you'll survive. I wouldn't worry about that. Clearsky the Creeper. I know about some fresh markets. We don't have one here in beautiful Morganton, North Carolina, but I've shopped at fresh markets in Athens, Georgia, and Rehoboth Beach, and they're nice stores, but they ain't the cheapest places in the world to shop. But Hobo Shoestring, he's an okay hobo. He's got an apartment, and he cooks pretty good. But he sure got a ton of swag over Christmas holiday from all of his viewers and all that. And he got model trains, and he got, oh my goodness, pictures and maps and a whole lot of a shirt. He got a Pittsburgh Steelers shirt. It's not going to do him too much good in this Super Bowl, is it? No way. You're not going to need a Pittsburgh. He should have gotten a Cleveland Browns shirt. That would have done him more good. But anyway, he got a whole lot of things here. He got a train set, and then he got some of those little balsa wood gliders that he was hanging out with some of his friends there. So anyway, I don't know. So anyway, Anyway, Hobo Shoestring's going to be getting out on the road pretty soon. He's up in Tennessee. That's where his apartment is and all that. So good for him. So yeah. Got the RV Odd Couple here, broken down on Route 66, stranded in a ghost town, Arizona, and some Arizona donkeys. The heck with that clickbait. I don't care about the breakdown. I don't care about the ghost town, but donkeys, really? It was a fairly minor issue, and it got fixed, and they got back on the road, and of course, there they are. There it is, the donkey. Oh, isn't that sweet? We don't see enough donkeys in Nomad's channels. Do we now, RV Odd Couple? Just like Felix and Oscar. I haven't seen Trent wear glasses much. I think it makes you look smarter when you wear glasses. That's why I do it. Anyway, Trent and Allie they got their van back. They got the van back. Remember those ads? Did you ever see Title Max? I got my title back with Title Max. So I don't know why that came back. I got my van back. Anyway, if you didn't know, early last year they were down in Argentina doing this big trip down the Andes Mountains all the way down. They went all the way down the coast, across the Darien Gap there in Panama into Colombia, and then all the way across South America, all the way down to the tip of South America, in Argentina, and then the pandemic hit, and then they had to get back, and then they flew back. They stored their van with a friend or somewhere, anyway, and then they flew back to the States and stayed with her parents, Allie's parents in Washington. Then I got a truck, and then they went over to his mother in Utah, and they've been spending the rest of the summer into the fall building out a beautiful house there up in the Utah mountains. Now, a couple of weeks ago, they got their van back, got shipped back to them. It was somewhat disheveled. The van was pretty much in good shape. However, the contents of it, a lot of the stuff was missing. Thieves had gotten into it and stolen some stuff. So they got it fixed up now. It's running great, and they decided Christmas to take a little trip to see some relatives. And so that's what they're doing. So they've a little trip back in their old van in the good old US of A. Good for Trent and Allie. They've had quite a year. They got married too. And they got married. So anyway. And when are we going to have some little Trent and Allies? I wouldn't be surprised if that once they get the house finished. And then, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, everybody, that ought to do it for today. It's the 12th of January, 2021. Thank you so much for watching. Man, it's been a one thing I have to say about 2021. It's been a nice, quiet, slow news year. It's been a nose year. It's been a news year. Nothing much has happened this year. Man, it's just such a nice change to what 2020 was, right? A nice, quiet, everybody's happy, everybody's friendly. It's such a calm year, isn't it? Man, I don't know, man. Oh, that certain nomad we don't talk about, the guy that has the house there somewhere in, where's that? One of those I-states. He was bowling with Miss Stormy last night somewhere at Disney Springs. God. 2 years ago that I was in the same place. I didn't go bowling with her, but I did hang out with her for 4 days there at Disney Springs and all that other stuff. That was exactly 2 years ago. If you want to watch those videos, they're over on my CocoScope channel, cocoscope.com/DCRTV. We got a very special anniversary for this guy coming up on Friday, just a couple days. A big one, a big YouTube anniversary for this guy. So we'll stay tuned for that, all right? All right, everybody. Have a great one. I hope you're staying safe and everything's calming down now, I hope. You have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Talk to you later.